Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. Today's video we have our April 2024 month ahead prediction. We're going to be diving into the tarot through our regular pick a card reading, and I'm also going to be giving you the major astrology transits that are happening in April so you can understand exactly how this energy is going to be affecting you. There's going to be timestamps linked down below so that you can easily navigate through this video. But before we dive in, I wanted to give a huge shout out to Keen, who are kindly sponsoring today's video. If you have not heard of Keen before, they are essentially a huge online platform full of psychics and spiritual advisors that are there to answer your life's questions. And a couple of the things that I really love about Keen is the fact that they are online. So no matter where you live in the world, no matter what time it is, you can log on and browse through available psychics that also have different price ranges. So you can find one that matches your budget and you get to choose the amount of time that you want to spend with a psychic. My personal experience with Keen has been great so far. I've had a few different psychics predict some really accurate things for me when it came to my career and also my love life, but I would highly recommend trying out a few different psychics before choosing the one that you want to spend your most time with, because each psychic reads a little bit differently. And you'll have psychics that connect so well with your energy and are able to get so much detail for you, but then there's going to be other psychics that might not connect as well to your energy. So it really just depends, and that's why I recommend trying out a few different ones before choosing the one that you spend your most time with. And if you are interested in giving Keen a try, you can use my link trykeen.com/gem to get your first 5 minutes for only $1. The link will also be down below in the description box for easy access. And again, that is trykeen.com/gem to get your first 5 minutes for only $1. And thank you so much to Keen for sponsoring today's video. And without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right back into our April 2024 prediction with the tarot and the astrology. So the first major transit in the month of April, we have Mercury going retrograde on April 1st. And if you are familiar with any bit of astrology, you know that Mercury retrogrades are a time where things get a little bit chaotic. However, Mercury retrograde is actually a very positive time if you know how to use this energy correctly. So Mercury retrogrades are a time where you have to review, revise. There could be communication errors or other delays with technology or travel or some form of communication. That's what Mercury rules. So when Mercury goes retrograde, it's a time where we have to reflect. We really have to think before signing any contracts or doing any big purchases or doing any big agreements. It is a great time to do revision or to fix any old problems, anything that's broken, to bring up things that still need to be reviewed or revised in this period of time. That's what Mercury retrograde is all about. It is not necessarily a time of moving forward and making new decisions or new plans. It's more of a time of reviewing and revising what you've already done in order to come up with new epiphanies, new ideas about how to move forward. And being retrograde in the zodiac sign of Aries is especially significant because Aries is the sign of starting something new. But when Mercury goes retrograde here, it's sort of asking you to do some revision on any new things that you're stepping into to make sure that you're not repeating old patterns and old things that have gotten you stuck before. So when it comes to any new plans that you're moving ahead on, whether that is in your relationship or within your career or with your money or any other big decision that you're going through, this is a time that Mercury is asking you to rethink and ask yourself, are you making any similar decisions that have led you towards different mistakes in the past? So when it comes to signing contracts, have you accidentally signed contracts before where you haven't read through the whole thing and maybe you didn't realize what you're truly committing to? Or when it comes to relationships, have we played out different things in the past where maybe we've had different communication issues and we've allowed ourselves to just be in reaction mode without really thinking through our responses and how to move forward in a good way? If so, Mercury retrograde, this is a time to become more conscious of those automatic habits that you have, of those different fears that you have when it comes to truly communicating exactly what it is that you feel in detail. So this is what Mercury retrograde is asking of us, and Mercury is going to be retrograde all the way up until April 25th, and that's when it starts going direct again. So basically for the entire month of April, this is our time of reviewing and revising, renewing our way of approach and allowing new outcomes to flourish because of this. Next, we have on the 8th of April, a very significant event. We have our new moon solar eclipse that's happening in the zodiac sign of Aries, of course, and it's also going to be conjunct Chiron and Mercury and a little bit of a conjunction towards the North Node, but it is a direct conjunction with Chiron, which is an asteroid, and it's a very karmic asteroid, and it helps us bring up old wounds to be healed. So on April 8th, This is a solar eclipse that is going to ask you, what are those old wounds that have been popping up that have been holding you back in your life? And it's so interesting that this is all happening with that Mercury retrograde energy, because it's really asking you to reflect and revise any of those old hindrances that have been stopping you or causing wounds. What are your wounds that continue to appear and cause negative scenarios to play out, or cause dissatisfaction in your life, or cause regrets? What are those decisions or those patterns that you keep making? It might deal with communication. It might deal with deciding something on a whim just because it feels good in the moment, because that's very Aries type of energy. What do you continue to dive into or continue to repeat without even really thinking about it and without really thinking about the consequences? And then later on, you're kind of like, I regret that. That's not that great, because this new moon solar eclipse that's happening is so powerful in helping us realize and awaken to those different things. You might notice that different events around the date of April 8th, maybe a few days before or a few days after or right on that date, you might notice that there's different things happening in your life that are maybe sort of like, I kind of regret that a little bit, or oh, I should have done that differently. I should have approached that differently. I should have said this. I should have gone into detail about that rather than holding back. I should have taken my time with reviewing this or revising it. What are those things that you should have thought through beforehand? Because this is going to highlight that so that we can deal with it now, so that it doesn't continue being a pattern in your future. That's what new moon solar eclipses are all about. It's starting that new phase, but because it's a solar eclipse, it is intensifying this energy. You are wanting to move into a new phase or a new stage of your life where you're letting go of old patterns, because it's going to help you a lot. And this new moon solar eclipse helps us bring up those moments so that we can clear them. So one thing that I'll say is, if you do notice any sort of weird resistances or challenges popping up around this time, or weird energy, this is actually a positive thing, because it's helping you become awakened to what's truly going on. This is a very powerful time, and it's a very positive, powerful time, especially if you can become aware of the things that it's highlighting for you, because it's highlighting this so that you can let it go. The new moon solar eclipses are all about shedding and then beginning anew, allowing your new self to be reborn and birth into this world. What is the new you going to do? How is the new you going to act that's different from your previous patterns and your previous programs? On the 23rd of the month, we have our full moon, which is happening in the zodiac sign of Scorpio. Full moons are another shedding cycle. And since this is still happening within that window of our Mercury retrograde, the full moon is allowing you to shed. It's allowing you to go deep. All of the different transits that we have going on through this month are very deep transits that allow us to see our subconscious. They allow us to go in deep into our patterns, our emotions, and all of that. And being in the zodiac sign of Scorpio, this is a very deep sign, and it likes to be intimate. So different emotions might come up around this time. This is also a very intuitive time where you're feeling a lot of things. You might be sensitive to how other people are feeling. You might be more sensitive to your own emotions. And this is, again, a time of shedding and allowing more new energy to be reborn. This is also a time of fulfillment, because the full moons are also a fulfillment cycle. So something around this time might be more fulfilled. You might notice that you are more inclined to do something that's going to bring more emotional fulfillment for you, since this is in the zodiac sign of Scorpio. This could also be a time where you understand something. Maybe there was something that was confusing for you, and Scorpio is that sign where it digs deep for the answer. So if there's anything that's been confusing for you, if you've been digging deep on different topics to find the answer that you've been seeking, whether that be within your career, maybe there's something confusing going on and you're digging for some answers there, or if it's in your love life or your personal life, really digging deep in to discover more about yourself. Whatever it is, there's some sort of thing where we're digging deep and we're finding the conclusion and we're finding the answer to something that we've been seeking. So that is all about the full moon that's happening on the 23rd of the month. Then on the 25th, we have Mercury going direct. So this is where all of that energy is going to wrap up. From April 1st all the way until April 25th, that is our Mercury retrograde time, where a lot of us, it's reviewing, revising, figuring out what went wrong before and how we can renew that. It is digging deep into your communication and maybe where we have different areas of our communication that need more attention, that we need to put more emphasis on, that we need to practice a little bit better, bringing clarity to different things, and also clearing out any misunderstandings. That is that window. Mercury goes direct right on the 25th, and that is when things are going to start moving forward again. That's going to be the time where it's like, okay, let's push forward on these ideas. I've did all that revision, I did the reflection, the reviewing, and now energy is moving forward again. Those are our major transits that are happening through the month of April. That is like the energy of the astrology. It's going to be a very big reflection month and revising and allowing yourself to step outside of your comfort zone and to act differently, especially when it comes to closing out old patterns, letting old stuff go, and being able to step into the new you that's comfortable with digging deep to finding the answers and getting the information that you need. So that is the astrology for the month of April of 2024. I highly recommend writing down some of those dates or adding reminders in your phone so that you don't forget to do some reflection around those different times, especially throughout the month of April, since we have that big Mercury retrograde time. It's a great time to become aware of what's going on and the different happenstances that occur within that window, because again, this is for your growth. And the more you're able to utilize these energies and grow with them, the easier that those transits are going to be for you, the more development that you're going to have as a soul, and things are going to be a lot more clearer for you because you understand, oh, that's the energy window of that particular time. This is what I'm supposed to do with that energy, rather than just playing through it unconsciously and being unaware about why certain things are occurring. It's happening for you, so utilizing these energies and being aware of them can be very helpful. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and dive right into our pick a card reading, our tarot portion of today's video, so that you can get a personalized reading on all the different events that you can expect in your life through the month of April. Hello my loves, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we have a new pick a card reading all about your month of April of 2024. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Jem and we do tarot readings on this channel. We talk about astrology, manifestation, law of attraction, and how to build the life of your dreams. So welcome. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you want more content like this in the future. And I'll give you a quick little explanation about how this works. So if any of you are new here, I have 5 different piles in front of me. These are tarot cards, and we ask Spirit to bring information for your highest good at this time. These 5 different groups, all of them have different energies, different information within them, and depending on which pile you're the most drawn to, your intuition knows exactly which pile is going to resonate with you and your life and is going to give you an accurate idea of what you can expect in the month of April. So tapping into your intuition. If your eyes are just drawn to a particular group and it's unexplainable and you just feel a calling towards it, that's your intuition speaking to you, asking you to pick that pile. Because again, that's going to be the most relevant for you. If you're having a hard time tapping into your intuition, another thing that you can do is close your eyes and wait for a number between 1 and 5 to pop into your head. And then the first number that comes in without you even thinking about it, that's your intuition speaking to you, and that's going to be your pile for today's video. So again, there's 5 different groups. Over here we have group number 1. This has a piece of Angel Aura Quartz on the top of it. So if you're drawn to the energies of this group, that's going to be your pile. Group number 2, we have a piece of green Aventurine on the top of it. Group number 3, we have some Lapis Lazuli. Group number 4, we have some rose quartz. And then group number 5, we have some Chalcedony. So again, take a moment, pause the video if you would like, in order to take all the time that you need to find the pile that's going to be yours and the one that you're the most drawn to. And then once you're done choosing your pile, there's going to be timestamps linked down below in the comment box, as well as the description box, so that you can skip right ahead to your personal prediction for the month of April of 2024. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I also just want to mention that we have some of the most gorgeous bracelets on the site. We came out with a couple of new styles of bracelets. I love the satellite design. It is so gorgeous. If you like crystal energy and you like to utilize crystal healing and all of that, wearing crystals is like my favorite thing. And we hand make these gorgeous beaded bracelets. They're made with gold fill, so they do not tarnish. You can wear them in water and everything. And also we make them according to your wrist size, so you can choose one that's going to actually fit you, which I love, because I used to struggle with finding bracelets that would actually fit me. I have tiny wrists. So anyway, I thought it would be nice to make bracelets that were of different sizes, so you can actually get one that fits you right. We have tons of different types of crystals online. You can browse through all the different available ones. I'll have the link down below in the description box for you in case you are interested in any of that. And we also sell crystals and all of that. All the links are down below. Sending you all so much love, and let's go ahead and dive right into today's video. All right, so my group number ones, if you chose this pile with our beautiful Angel Aura Quartz, this is gonna be your reading, so let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, my loves, we start off with the Page of Swords. So going into the month of April, I feel like your mind is wanting to be so much more focused. And another aspect of the Page of Swords is that you're wanting to be more direct and more clear. So rather than beating around the bush, rather than speaking in ways that are like sugarcoating things, I feel like you just want more directness, more honesty, more truth. I feel like that's just your vibe right now. And you're kind of at this point in your life where you want more clear direction, more clarity. And when it comes to communicating with other people, you are also wanting more of that clarity and more of that directness. And Page of Swords, again, is also linked to getting rid of distractions in your life. So if you've been noticing that you're spending way too much time on your phone, Page of Swords is kind of like, let me create a better idea, a better vision for my life, other things that I could be focusing on, other things that I can be doing. Page of Swords can also indicate that we have like an idea that we're like, ooh, this is an exciting new idea that I can move towards. This is an exciting new beginning that can happen. But Page of Swords is kind of like the beginning of that. But I do feel like going into the month of April, you're having more clarity on what it is that you want, and you're just wanting to get to the point. You're wanting to get things done. You're wanting things to move a little bit faster. And diving into our next card, we also have Two of Cups being reversed. Okay, when we have Page of Swords along with Two of Cups, my, this adds a whole other layer. There could be a relationship in our life where we have not been getting the clarity that we need. And maybe we are on two different pages. Maybe we're having a disagreement and we're needing to get on the same page as this person. Perhaps there's also something where we can just feel like somebody's not being completely honest with us and we're really wanting that clarity. I feel like there's going to be a very important conversation coming up in the month of April for you to gain the clarity that you need within this relationship. This could be within your career. This could be within your friendship. This could be within your romantic partnership. This could also be a family member. Any type of relationship here, I absolutely see you wanting more clarity in that particular department of your life. The Seven of Wands being reversed as well, it seems like you're really having to kind of like prove a point with whatever this is, and you're trying to get on top of it. And I also feel like you're trying to justify something. It's almost like maybe somebody has an opposing opinion and you are either trying to like convince them of something, like saying like, hey, this is okay, or hey, this is my point of view. And it seems like we just have to sort of like battle it out, I guess. I don't want to call it a battle though, because I'm not seeing this being as much of a battle. I feel like that's not quite the right word, but you get my drift. You get what I mean. So there's some sort of little qualm that we're figuring out. We also have Hierophant being reversed. Okay, so this comes from a place of having different beliefs or having different values than this person. There's some sort of different value going on, and it's almost like you're needing to stand up for yourself a little bit. And I feel like that's an energy that you have been feeling a lot. And I almost felt it right when we had the Page of Swords coming out. It's like you want to get more to the point. You want to add clarity. You're wanting to speak up and speak your truth a lot more, even if it's like a little bit, I don't know, it's like you're not as scared about hurting people's feelings. I feel like you're getting out of like people pleasing. You don't want to be a people pleaser. You don't want to just back down easily. It's like you're really wanting to stand up for yourself this month. And the Seven of Wands, this is the card where I feel like this is you needing to stand up for yourself. Not from a place of entering this conflict or this disagreement from a place of low vibration. And low vibration is when we're entering it from a place of anger or fear or revenge or other emotions like that. That is not good. any of those lower vibrational energies is just going to continue to perpetuate the cycle that we do not want. So something that I'm hearing from Spirit is to come from a place of wisdom. Come from a place of, I'm standing up for myself because this is what I believe in. I'm doing enough reflection on the topic, but I'm also coming from a place of compassion, a place of understanding, a place of wanting to be like, to create good harmony, right? We're not wanting to deharmonize. So I do feel like you're learning a lot about communication this month, and this is a month where, again, Spirit is saying to stand up for yourself, but don't do it from a place of like revenge or hatred or anger. Do it from a place of compassion, of understanding, but at the same time, honoring yourself, honoring your authenticity, okay? We also have Page of Pentacles as the last tarot card. We also have tons of oracle cards to get through, but yeah, 2 pages. There's a young, youthful energy here, which is nice. So this can indicate that there will be a fresh new beginning, a fresh new start. I also feel like you're wanting to be seen as more mature rather than being seen as like your old self. Maybe there's a relationship in your life where this person, I almost feel like it could be a parent, maybe still sees you as this young, naive type of person, and you're really trying to show that you've grown. You've done a lot of like inner work, you've grown a lot, and maybe you're really wanting to show that growth. Maybe it's also with an employer, showing how much you've grown, showing how much you've done already. And when it comes to friendships in your life, maybe this friendship or friend has known us for a long time, but still sees us in a certain way that's not really authentic to who we are anymore. So something like this is going on. Page of Pentacles as your last card though. This is something that the ground will be fixed through the rest of the month. Like you are solidifying new ground in which to build upon. You are feeling secure and good at the end of the month. And I feel like you're also, there's something here where you're wanting to get stuff done. You're wanting to feel more organized, to feel more on top of your schedule. And I do feel like by the end of the month, you're getting some reins on your schedule a little bit where you feel much more in control of it, and it also feels like a more prosperous place to be. So all of these different things that are happening through the month of April are gonna lead to feeling more secure, feeling more prosperous, and feeling like you can grow. And you're setting a much stronger foundation for yourself over here with this Page of Pentacles energy. But I do feel like it's your time to step into what's authentic for you. Even if it's different than what other people have expected, even if it's different than what other people believe is right for themselves, like you're different in your own way, right? We also have abundance and love. So another aspect of this is I do feel like you have a vision and you're getting more clear on what it is that you want. I'm also seeing this card as an apology, by the way, but it can also indicate that more money is coming in, and maybe you're thinking about different ideas and you're kind of just like, I just have to do this. I just have to take action. Even if people maybe, you know, are on a different page, or even if you're not quite getting the support, Page of Pentacles indicates more money, more abundance. Maybe we have to have a tough conversation with our boss being like, okay, I think I deserve a little bit more. And then we have our abundance. Or maybe it's just taking more action in a particular direction to solidify more of our vision. We also have that love card as well. I do feel like there is an apology and a deeper understanding with somebody in your life. There's going to be a heart-to-heart that you are having where this other person is like, you know what? I'm really proud of you, or I really love you. There is just this really nice energy that's being offered as this conversation sort of like takes place. The aftermath of it is support and love. So, oh, we had a card just fall out just now when I started shuffling the next deck. So we also have salvation and healing. Okay, right there we have it. If you needed more clarity that the relationship kind of debacle is getting better and healing, there you go. Salvation and healing. And these are ascending numbers. We have 17 and 18. Whenever we have direct ascending numbers within the oracle card or within the tarot, it indicates that things are getting better and moving to a higher place. Things are not moving backwards, they're not staying stagnant, they're moving forwards. This indicates that you're not going back to this old thing. You're not going to have this same issue again with this same person. Things are ascending. And they're growing. There's growth happening here. So that's very positive to hear. Let's see what else we get for you. So my group number ones, what else do we have for your month of April? We also have conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. And we have actually an eclipse happening in April on April 8th. It's not a full moon eclipse, it's more of a new moon eclipse. But at the same time, I think between the new and the full moon, which is the new moon's on April 8th, the full moon is happening, I believe, on the 25th or something like that. Between that time, there's going to be the conclusion of whatever this is that's going on. It could happen right on the eclipse on April 8th, or it could happen sometime in between that time for you, but there is a conclusion to whatever it is that you're facing right now. And if you're confused about who you are, if you've been a bit confused on what action to take or anything like this, conclusions are within reach. This means you're getting your answer. And it also indicates the closing of something that you've been wanting to close out, something that you've been wanting to sort of end. That ending is in the cards for you. During the month of April, we also have meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. I also feel like this is a time where I think you're going to do a lot of reflection and learn a lot through all the different things that are happening for you this month. And I look at this, I see peace. You're able to like swim in harmony. You're able to make peace with this particular situation. So peace is totally coming through the situation. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. I feel like there's going to be a time of like breaking down your walls a little bit, and apologies are coming through. I also see you apologizing for the situation too. It's almost like this surrender and this letting go of those walls and coming to a place of understanding between you and this other person, where we're both just able to forgive and heal and let go. Right? I see you being able to do that. I see some really great reflection coming through. But anyway, aside from this relationship, because we've sort of figured out that this is coming to a nice conclusion and there's going to be forgiveness and healing here. Aside from that though, another thing that I'm seeing for you is getting more focused. Getting more focused on what it is that you need to do, how to take action to move forward, and growing more abundance. I see more organization in your life, and I do see that you are kind of wanting to break certain habits. You're wanting to implement things that are going to get you ahead, and you're wanting to implement more of a solid routine rather than just kind of being all over the place. I feel like you felt a little bit of chaotic energy when it comes to your schedule or your routine, and you're wanting to solidify something that is sustainable and something that's a bit more like keeps you on track. Your decisions lately, I feel like, have been very much like in the moment, like, oh, let me go do that. Let me just go do this. And it's almost like these distracted decisions where we're like, oh, let me just scroll my phone for a little bit, or let me just watch TV while I'm eating. Nothing wrong with those things, by the way. I'm not saying that those in particular, like, this is going to be obviously unique to you, but there's certain things that I feel like you've been doing where you're just wanting more organization. You're wanting more of a solid kind of routine again. Something that makes you feel a bit better, because I feel like over here you've been a little bit critical, and maybe you're like, oh, I just fell into that again and I didn't like that. And maybe there's certain habits that you have that you kind of always like regret doing, or you don't enjoy as much. And you're wanting to be more put together. You're wanting to have some sort of glow up. There's something that's inspiring to you, and there's a vision that you have that I feel like you're inspired by, and you're like, I really want to dedicate to that. I really want to create that solid habit because I know it's going to pay off and I know I'm going to enjoy it. You are going to be implementing things that get you ahead. These are habits that you're going to be very proud of having, that have some sort of payoff. They're not just something that you do and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, that was a waste of time. You're wanting to be a bit more intentional with your time, and I see that that's something that's going to greatly pay off for you. So diving into some more cards, okay, these ones right here. Let's see. What else do we have for my group ones? And then we're also going to get into some Astro dice. We have the seed, planting a completely new seed. There's a new idea that you have, and I feel like this is along the lines of that habit. You're planting that seed in order to grow. And I also see that this is like the relationship sort of having a fresh start and letting go of the past, which is very positive. Okay, we also have, there's a lot of cards that are wanting to come out for you here. Let's do it. Let's do it. So these ones are wanting to come out too. Okay. We have the water. This is something that's very like fluid. This could also, by the way, be a message that perhaps you need to drink more water. Maybe your body's been wanting to drink more water. This can also be that your body is wanting a cleanse, maybe physically, like your body just wants to shower away all of the sort of different things that are happening and what you're going through. Because when we take a shower, it kind of cleanses our energy too. So there's some sort of cleanse that your body wants. Drinking more water and fluid is going to be positive as well. We do also have the spider and the sunset. The spider is a weaving of something, weaving different dreams, weaving something together. So I think that this is a month where you're also weaving together tons of new ideas. And there could be something that you are proud of that you're working on. Maybe it's like reorganizing something. Maybe it's a project that you have going on. Maybe it's an idea that you have where you have to put in the work to kind of weave it together. The spider indicates that. The sunset is a very auspicious time of the day. It's kind of the closing of something. So the sunset always indicates closing a chapter, closing a time, letting go. Definitely a letting go energy. But it's a beautiful letting go. It's also when we can step more into the unknown and have more trust that things are going to work out for us. Sunset also indicates that. Ivy, this can indicate the growth of joy, focusing more of your energy on joy, on forgiveness, and allowing. I do feel like this is growth, and I feel like this is the seed. You're planting a seed like, I just want my life to be more joyful. I want to focus on my joy rather than living the expectations of somebody else, rather than people pleasing or anything like that. I feel like you're just more focused on the growth of your joy. We also have the eye. The eye can indicate that somebody is really wanting to talk to us, or somebody's really curious about us. So we might even have people admiring us or keeping an eye on us. It's like they want to know what we're up to, what we're doing. So again, this could be a parent, or this could be like somebody who's, again, just very curious about you, who's asking about you. I do feel like you're going to have conversations with this person, and you may specifically have conversations that allow this person to kind of like put things to rest a little bit. So that's what I'm getting here. The skull indicates the ending of a phase, and it's also like the death of our old self, the shedding of our old skin, where we're like, okay, I'm no longer going to be that person anymore, or I am shedding this old thing from my life, and it allows for a rebirth. It allows for a transformation. So that is what we have over here for your tarot and oracle. Spiders always indicate magic and good luck, by the way. And I know a lot of people associate them with like fear and being scared and like, oh my God, no. But esoterically, metaphysically, and spiritually, they actually indicate magic and good luck and dreams being weaved. They're the dream weavers. So anyway, that's that. Diving into our astro dice, we're going to roll the zodiac sign dice 3 times to get the top 3 most likely zodiac signs to be in your life this month. So let's see what comes up for you. By the way, I'm feeling major Taurus energy from the Hierophant. It is associated with Taurus, and just looking at it, I'm just like, there's Taurus energy here. Also, we have Cancer, we have Virgo, and we have Aries coming through as well. So let's go ahead and roll all these together to get any last information for you for this reading. All right, so our last information, we have the 9th house. So Uranus in Libra in the 9th house. Uranus is major shifts and changes. The 9th house can indicate our philosophies, so our beliefs, our perspectives. So there could be a major change in your perspective with something this month. A major shift, an unexpected shift where you're like, whoa, I was not expecting that. I was not expecting to think that way. I was not expecting this outcome. There's a shift in your philosophy. With Libra there, it is balancing something out. So something that currently maybe feels imbalanced in your life or an imbalanced perspective, that is becoming more balanced this month. And relationships, this is getting on the same page, actually. Getting on the same page with your relationships. Libra is connected to our relationships. The 9th house, and it's also indicated, it also indicates balance within our relationships. Fair, equal outcomes with your perspective, and it's unexpected. So if you needed any more confirmation that that is going to balance itself out, there you go. Again, come from a place of compassion rather than letting your ego take over. It is okay for us too to see how we can apologize, how we can show up better. And that's something that I feel like you are sort of really like accepting this month and stepping more into, is more of that compassionate nature and letting things grow from a much more nice place, okay? And also with the 9th house and with Uranus can also indicate going the distance for something or travel in some way, shape, or form. It could be thinking about travel, planning travel, going somewhere and, you know, going on a bit of a journey. So that is also what we have here within the Astrodice. Thank you so much for joining me here for today's reading, my beautiful group number ones. I'm sending you all so much love. Again, if you are interested in any crystal jewelry, I'll have a link down below to the gorgeous bracelets and jewelry that we offer. They're made with gold fill, so they do not tarnish, and they're made with beautiful crystals that have crystal properties that you can read about on the website and all of that jazz. All the information will be linked down below. Thank you again so much for joining me here today. I'm sending you so much love, and until next time, bye. All right, my group number twos, if you chose this pile, this is going to be your reading, so let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, so first off, my group number twos, the 3 of Wands. You are wanting to expand. You are dreaming of something, and this can also indicate working in a partnership or having someone help you or guide you along to completing a particular vision. Maybe you have a friend who's really supporting you and like rooting for you, saying like, go for it, you should do this, you should take this on, you should move in this direction. Like, I feel like you either have somebody hyping you up or you have somebody helping you accomplish a particular goal or vision. 3 of Wands is also when we are expanding outside of our comfort zone, totally going into something new. And it's when we have a lot of a vision, something that we're really wanting to move towards. It can also indicate travel as well, like travel with somebody, a companion, planning travel and things like that. But aside from physical travel, it can also indicate the expansion of a particular vision. So it's kind of both of those. And that is, I feel like, one of your major energies in the month of April. And you are being hyped up to go for it, to expand out. I do oddly feel, when I'm looking at this card, I feel an odd, like, just slight bit of hesitation from you, or a slight bit of doubt, thinking like, is this the right decision? Do I do this? Oh my God, do I take this leap? And I do feel like the people around you are like, yes, yes, do it. Go all in, go for it. It is something that you want. Like, that's what I really feel from this. This is something that you want. You want to do this. So what is holding you back? Okay. You even have people around you that see it as a good idea and something to dive into. So let's get some more cards on this to find out some more that's happening with this. We also have shadow work. Ooh, there is definite like fears, hesitations that are, I felt it when I was looking at the 3 of Wands, and the 3 of Wands doesn't usually indicate hesitation or anything, but for some reason, just tapping into your energy, I just feel a little bit of that, like, do I do it? Do I do it? Oh my God, I'm like going all in. The shadow work card though, you are overcoming old fears. Shadow work is our unconscious fears, those doubts, those old programs that continue to either hold us back or limit us. Shadow work is when we illuminate those things. We realize like, oh, it's not that I'm scared of this vision. It's that I've had this thing in the past that I still haven't fully healed that makes me scared of this vision because I'm scared of it repeating, or I'm scared of it happening again, or I'm, you know, something along the lines of this. So shadow work helps us sort of heal those different things. And the shadow work card, this is unique to this particular tarot deck. This is not in any other tarot decks, and you got this like unique card that's within this one. So I really feel like this month for you is illuminating and being able to heal and overcome those deep inner doubts, those deep inner fears. I feel like you're doing work to overcome it. And I do feel like there's somebody who's rooting for you that's like, yeah, you got this. Don't let that hold you back. Do not let that shadow, that fear, that thing that's not even occurring in your life right now, stop you from realizing your potential, or stop you from attaining and moving towards your dream and your vision, your long-term goal. Don't let that doubt, like, it's time to heal that. And I do feel like you have somebody in your life that is really helping you illuminate that. But it's almost like you have this doubt and you're just like, oh, well, you don't understand that these fears are real. It's almost like they feel real to you, but I really want to point out from Spirit is also telling you, those are not real. They're not happening right now. They are potentials, but the more you focus on that potential, the more you're just going to hold yourself back, the more that you're going to stay where you are. And the moment that people change, people can also change, you know, prior to this moment, but the moment where most people change is when the current present moment becomes more uncomfortable than any of the uncomforts that could happen in the future. That's where most people actually will change. But if you want to consciously change before having to wait for that, how bad do you want your vision? How bad do you want to manifest this particular thing? Okay, you have people supporting you. I really feel that. Anyway, enough of a lecture. We also have Four of Pentacles. Perhaps part of you is also afraid of running out of money, not feeling totally secure. The Four of Pentacles is when we don't feel fully secure. We don't trust our foundation enough. We don't trust that we have what it takes. We're like, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if all of a sudden I run into a situation where I totally regret it? But the thing is, are you going to regret staying in the same place more? Are you going to regret not ever doing that? Which one would bring more, right? So yeah, anyway, part of you needs to have more trust in yourself. And that's your shadow work of this month. I feel like you're really building a lot more self-trust. You're building a lot more faith that you have what it takes and you will find a way. The Three of Wands is you will find a way. And you have somebody by your side, that this friend or this person or something who's like, you got this. You can always find a way. Like, you got this. The fact that you're already conscious that there could be these different mistakes already says that with that awareness, you can find a solution. You can find the solution. Okay, we also have Six of Cups being reversed. Okay, part of you is also still attached to where you are. Therefore, it's hard to fully let go because you're still a little bit attached to something right now. This could be attached to a person. This could be attached to a place. This could be attached to particular comforts. All of these different things. But there's something that you're still attached to. But I do see that because this card is reversed, this is something that you are letting go of in the month of April in order to take more of a chance on yourself, more of a chance on your dreams. Because I feel like you're putting in the work to help you overcome these things, to help you claim where it is that you really want to go. Ten of Wands. Okay, you also tend to carry a lot on your shoulders, and whatever it is that you're doing in the month of April might also just, it feels like a lot. It's like I'm carrying a lot. I have a lot of responsibility, and I feel like that's been your major focus, and that's kind of been the biggest thing that's holding you back, is like, I have a lot of responsibility. But okay, where are we going with this? Are we bringing our responsibility with us? Are we choosing what what our priorities are. What is your priority in your life? What kind of life do you want to live? Truly, what kind of life do you want to live? What is most important to you? Is your adventure and living a fulfilling, happy life, is that more important to you than the comfort and stability of the familiar? Because you can still create comfort and stability stepping into the unknown. You still can do that. That's something I want to just add in there. There's still ways, okay? We also have the energy card, and we also have the courage card. Okay, Spirit does have a message for you. We always get a reflection of our energy. A light inside, my fire divine, energy fill me, make me shine. This is your month to step out and shine. Even in this Four of Pentacles, we have these stars. It almost looks like she's stepping into her light, into a place where she's filling herself with more self-worth, more confidence, to step into more of a spotlight, or into more of like something beautiful. Courage, having the courage to do that. This is your month of building yourself up, attaining more courage to move forward in exactly where it is that you want to go. Let's dive into some more cards for you. Let's see my group twos. What else do we get for you? We also have home. Maybe some of you are like, this requires like leaving your home behind. Or again, home can talk about our foundation, where we feel secure. There's something where you're wanting to expand outside of that. It's going to take courage. Getting outside of your comfort zone. The home is the comfort zone, but it can also be literal. So maybe some of you are thinking about moving far away, making a move, or traveling somewhere where you've never been before. Doing something where you're, again, expanding outside of your comfort zone. Let's see, what else do we have? My group twos. Liberation, liberating yourself from those restraints. It's time to liberate. This is your month of liberation, liberating yourself again from those old restraints. You are wanting to expand, my love. Allow yourself to expand. You don't need to go like, you don't need to leap 10,000 feet ahead right now. You can choose to just move forward, to begin to unhinge yourself, to begin to liberate yourself. Move forward. That's what's coming for you this month of April. Pattern. Ooh, do you have a pattern of constantly dreaming about this but never going all in, or never fully diving in? There's something where the universe is calling you. We got to fully dive in. Again, you don't need to dive 1,000 feet ahead of you, but at least dive in, at least start moving forward, right? And patterns. What is that pattern that keeps holding you back? There could also be different habits that you have in your life that maybe you're wanting to end that a little bit. Maybe you're wanting to shift some of these regular patterns for yourself. I really feel like you're wanting to let go of these things that have been chaining you down. Look at that. You're really wanting to let go. You're wanting to free yourself of some of the responsibilities or some of the weight that you're carrying, because you're carrying weight to the point where I wonder if some of you have like sore shoulders or a sore neck or a sore back in some way. Because it seems like when you're carrying a lot of like energy, or you're just carrying so many different responsibilities to where you feel like it's weighing on you, that can create physical symptoms, like physical uncomfort. And having back pain, shoulder pain, neck pain, that's all associated with psychologically, you feel like you're carrying a lot. There's a lot of weight on you. There's a lot of pressure. And if you've been having headaches too, pressure got like a headache feeling for me. If you've been having headaches or things like that, what is it that you are not letting off steam? You're putting so much pressure on yourself. Whereas there's another way to do this. Just have courage. Allow yourself to breathe. Look at the freedom within this card. Oh my gosh, your soul is wanting more freedom, but you feel very stuck where you are because there's so many responsibilities. There's so many things that you have to take care of. But your soul wants freedom. How can we start liberating ourselves from some of these different responsibilities that are weighing on you way too much? How can we accept the freedom? How can we let go a little bit? Your happiness means more than your ability to keep up with every single responsibility. Maybe there's certain things that we can let go of a little bit to invite in more freedom, because it's just going to allow us psychologically to have a better time, to create a better environment for us mentally and emotionally and physically. It will fix things physically for you as well. Because again, psychological stress will manifest in the body in different ways, which is wild. And most people's symptoms is caused from psychological stress. Like when people go to the doctor, most of the time, I think that there's some number, it's some crazy number, like 90% of the time, it's because of psychological stress that's manifesting as physical symptoms. However, if you have enough psychological stress for long enough, it will manifest into an actual physical, real thing that's now manifested. Anyway, some weird number like that. I was listening to a podcast about it recently and it was just like mind-blowing. Anyway, allow yourself to get rid of the psychological stress. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, and it's going to heal other things for you as well. So stop putting so much pressure on yourself. What are the things that you can let go of? Sometimes we don't need to work harder. We need to work smarter. And I know that sounds like a nice saying, but it rings in so much truth once you start really contemplating that and how it can apply to your life. Look at that. We even have disseminating moon. Take time to breathe out. Rather than breathing in all this stuff like, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need the energy for this, I need the energy for this. Take time to breathe out, which means relax. Let it go. Take time to let things go. This is your month of April, is giving more time for freedom, spontaneity, relaxation. Giving time for yourself for that. Liberating yourself from all these different responsibilities or things like that. Okay, let's see. What else do we have for you? My group 2s. We also have full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. Okay, I do feel like you're almost looking at that and you're like, okay, but I push so hard forward. I do all these different things. If so, practical plan is the key word here. Because when we have all of this, where did that go? Okay. When we have all of this weight on ourselves, like her carrying all of this stuff, it's not sustainable. It's not practical. Your dreams need a practical plan. Allow for more freedom. How can we move forward from a place of more freedom, more ease, taking time to breathe out, having courage to move forward in the direction that we really want? Because 3 of Wands, you have a vision, my love. Like just like I said in the beginning of this reading, my group 2s, you have a vision. You are being encouraged to go towards it. Look at how this is just illuminating in front of you. This looks amazing. This looks beautiful. You are being encouraged to say yes. You are being encouraged to say yes, to expand out. Take time to breathe out. Realize that maybe we're being a little bit too, like a little bit too taking on too much. Maybe we just need to relax a little bit. Maybe we just need to trust a little bit. Because that's the feeling where we feel like we can move forward. So let's see what else we can get in this reading before moving on to our next oracle deck. So let's see, liberation, we have energy, more energy balance. If you've been feeling tired lately, again, I feel like you're taking on too much. Take time to breathe out, take time to relax, and you're gonna notice that your energy actually rises up. This is something that I've recently realized for myself. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I was in this cycle where I was working so hard because there's just so much to do. I mean, when you're a business owner, like there's like literally so much you can do at any moment in time, and it always just feels like there's a lot to do. But then I recently noticed that my energy was really low. I felt very unmotivated. And then I was like, you know what? Let me just take time to relax and let me just stop caring for a bit. And I actually took off the entire month of February to travel, and that completely reset me. And I was stressed out before going on that trip because I'm like, oh my God, there's so much I need to do. But I just like surrendered. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna allow myself to relax. And ever since I got back, I like really prioritize my relaxation, and oddly enough, get this, I get more work done in a shorter amount of time now because my brain's not all frazzled and burnt out. When my brain is frazzled and burnt out from taking on too much and overworking and overdoing, my gas is like empty. You know, I don't have energy to put towards things. And when you're running on empty, like you're barely, imagine running a car on empty. Like it's not gonna be able to go the full speed. It's gonna be like inching along, and that amount of pressure, the amount of effort that it takes to inch along on that empty gas tank is going to be quite difficult. It's like you're putt-putting. You know, when a car is like just about to completely run out and the muffler's like put, 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 put. Like you might be forcing yourself, you might be utilizing more energy to push just a few inches ahead. Whereas if you allowed time to relax, to trust, to rebuild your energy, have that practical balance, all of a sudden you start your day, you have a full tank, and you're able to like zoom down the road. You zoom through things, they get done faster, and you're just gonna be mind blown. So anyway, that's a message that I'm getting for you for the month of April. I feel like these have been realizations that you've already been having in your life, and you're being encouraged to move forward as well. You're being encouraged to say yes to something that you're still a little bit like, but you're being encouraged to say yes. You're being encouraged to jump in. So let's see, what else do we have for you? We also have the apple. Why did I just hear the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away? Nourish your body with good foods, balanced diet. That's something that I'm hearing. I feel like you're more inclined to do stuff like that right now. Also with the apple, they indicate the fruits of your labor. And knowing that when you put in the right amount of work to where it's actually fruitful, you're feeling good, that fruit has seeds which you can plant, and it's going to exponentially grow your field. When you nourish it properly, when you nourish yourself properly, you will bear the fruit and you will bear the seeds. You will see the fruits of your labor. But if you're not, you know, if your garden is running on empty, barely getting watered, barely taking time to relax, it's not going to grow the same. So that's a weird message. not weird, it's a good message coming through. So anyway, let's see what else we have for your month of April. I do feel like as you relax, you're literally going to see more fruits coming in. And then we also have the horse, which indicates freedom. What are you saying no to in your life in order to invite in more freedom? The horse symbolizes freedom. Maybe you are deciding to quit something, to let something go, to let a responsibility go, to invite in more freedom into your life, to let go of the worries. The horse, my gosh, that is such a clear message for you. The month of April, inviting in more freedom. The lungs, being able to breathe deeply, breathing in the air, being able to enjoy the present moment, being able to revitalize yourself, getting more oxygenated. That's the lungs. The lungs are your ability to take in life, to breathe in life, to smell the roses. Then we have the blossom. Oh, there you go. There you have it. Because of the freedom, because of taking time to relax, to breathe in more life, look at that. The blossom. Things are going to blossom. The fruits of your labor are going to arrive. You are going to be happier. You're going to be more fulfilled. Allowing in that freedom. So what direction are you going in that Three of Wands? Oh my goodness, you're being supported to go in a direction, okay? Woo! Let's go ahead and take out our Astro Dice now. We're gonna roll the zodiac sign dice 3 times to get the top 3 most likely zodiac signs to be in your life this month. So let's see what we get. Scorpio, and I was feeling Scorpio vibes with that shadow work card. So Scorpio is a prominent energy. We also have Aquarius, and we also have Pisces. So those are the top 3 most likely zodiac signs to be in your life during the month of April. And now let's go ahead and roll our Astro Dice to get any last information. All right, so we have our beautiful Saturn in Libra in the 8th house of transformation. You are transforming your responsibilities to be more balanced. Responsibilities is Saturn. It's all about our responsibilities, our duties, our boundaries in life. How can we have more balance with them? How can we move forward, but also sustain a level of security in our life? Because we shouldn't just, be a fool and go all in without thinking about things. How can we be balanced with, yes, I'm moving forward. I am claiming my freedom. I have balance with my responsibilities, but I also have enough courage to move towards my bigger vision. This is all your transformation this month. You're doing all of that transformation to begin to trust. You are being encouraged to move forward. Maybe this is something that's going to require a little bit of an investment. We don't need to invest 100% right away, and not have that, but we can begin to invest in small increments to start moving forward on this desire, on this dream. What is that? How can we begin doing that? That is your month of April, creating more of that balance, creating more of that structure that allows you to have that courage to begin moving forward and liberating yourself from all of that stuff that kept you stuck, that kept you held down, that kept weighing on you to the point where we're getting headaches, we're getting backaches, we're getting shoulder aches, and all of that stuff. It's almost like your body has been trying to tell you, hey, we're running too fast, we're doing too much, we're carrying too much weight. And this is your time of letting that go, allowing a bit more ease and flow, and it is going to so pay off in the long run. So that is what we have for the month of April for you, my beautiful group number 2s. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you are interested in any crystal jewelry, again, a link will be down below for all of the different jewelry that I create. We have all different types of crystals with different energetic properties. They're made according to your wrist size with gold fill, so they do not tarnish. You can wear them in water and everything. Again, all the info will be linked down below. Thank you so much for joining me here today, and until next time, bye. All right, my group number 3s, thank you so much for joining me here today. Let's go ahead and dive into your month of April. All right, so first off, my group number 3s, we have the 5 of Swords. This is when we feel either hurt, disappointed, or betrayed by something. This is talking about your present moment, and perhaps there's something going on in your life right now where you feel either taken advantage of, or maybe somebody has acted in a way that we're kind of like not appreciating very much, and we feel kind of either disrespected or disregarded in some way. That is what the 5 of Swords indicates. So it's sort of like we feel that energy a little bit right now. And let's see how this is going to transpire. So we also have the Universe, which is the World card in the regular tarot. This is actually going to open up new things for you. There might be something that you're a little bit disappointed in right now, that you're thinking like, oh, why did that happen? Why did that occur to me? Or like how it might seem disappointing in the beginning. However, this is oddly going to open up new doors for you. And this is also the completion of a phase. The World card always indicates wrapping something up, and then there's something new coming along. So even though you feel this right now, I feel like there's magic happening in this situation. Whatever it is that this is, whether this has been a person that has disappointed you or whatever else it is, there's magic happening in the universe. This is going to lead to something. Ooh, we also have Moonchild. Okay, so there is 2 cards in this deck. I thought that there was one. There's 2 cards in this deck that do not correlate with the regular tarot. It is the Shadow Work card and the Moonchild card. These are just like little extras. The previous group had the Shadow Work card. You have the Moonchild card, which is also another just like, it's an extra card. This is an awakening. Ooh. This is an awakening for one, to your self-worth. How to stand up for yourself. How to create boundaries. Boundaries that people will actually respect. And the only way for people to respect our boundaries is if they know our boundaries, if we actually tell them what our boundaries are, right? We can't just expect that they'll assume and be correct, right? We have to lay down those particular boundaries. And I feel like right now this is a situation that is going to birth a new you. And this is a situation that's going to lead to new inspirations and new doors opening up in the month of April. There's some magic happening for you right now. And it's interesting that you also chose Lapis Lazuli. It has so many different symbolic meanings. It is connected to ancient Egypt for one. Cleopatra used to crush up lapis lazuli and use it as eyeshadow. It can be used as a dye, but it also has these little flecks of like the pyrite crystal in it, which are, they create more confidence in ourselves. It is such a magical crystal that awakens somebody to be more confident in their uniqueness. Also being more confident in their past and who they are. You are being called to make a shift in your life. Rather than focusing on these things that have disappointed you, how can you let this empower you to awaken more of your gifts? How is this going to empower you moving forward? Because, oh my goodness, there is like empowerment energy coming. We also have the Two of Pentacles. The month of April, you might be figuring out how to balance a few different things. It's like you have a lot going on this month and you're figuring out how to balance them. Perhaps you're also taking on something new this month, taking on a new idea, a new project, starting something new, and you are balancing that with something else. But I feel like there's a new vision coming in, and you know, you're carrying your current responsibilities, but then also adding something in a little bit. We're adding something more in. And I do see that you're going to balance this just fine. And you also might be juggling quite a few things, which can help sort of distract a little bit from whatever this disappointment is. But it's like you're creating more balance from this disappointment. It's leading to balance. I think you're going to heal from this right away. I don't think this is something that's going to bother you for very long. And again, it's awakening completely new things in you. There's some magic happening for you this month. Ooh, that card just flipped out. Okay. This one was right side up to begin with. It flipped out reverse. So I feel like Spirit is wanting me to read it in both ways, the reversed and the upright position. Just because sometimes when we fumble with cards, I feel like it's Spirit kind of intervening and being like, okay, we got some multiple energies going on. So 8 of Pentacles. This is when we are working on something with zero distractions. We are so focused on accomplishing something, doing something. The fact that it's also appearing reversed as well makes me feel like there has been distractions in your life. And whatever this is, whatever this disappointment is almost putting a fire under your butt of like, I'm not gonna let distractions come through again. I am gonna freaking put a fire under my butt because I have a vision, I wanna get it done, and I'm gonna figure out how to get it done. I almost see you possibly even taking a course this month where you're kind of like making time, like I need to finish this course, I need to finish this thing, I need to finish this vision, this project, this idea. It's like you're getting stuff done. Maybe you've also been putting certain things off that you know you want to do, different things that you have on your list. And it's almost like whatever this disappointment is opening up more time for you to all of a sudden fit this in. And it's like you have more motivation to do it. And yeah, that motivation is like coming in strong, coming in hot. We also have the Death card. Wow, okay. Okay, we have a lot of major arcana showing up for you. Whenever we have a lot of major arcana cards, they indicate that we are going through a major time and phase in our life. So this is a very pivotal, significant month for you. The Death card is a transformation. So where you used to feel maybe small, it's almost like this situation is igniting this inspiration for you, like, I'm just gonna get my shit together. I'm no longer gonna let that happen to me ever again, and I'm gonna prove that I am so worth it. It's almost like you're doing things to show how worthy and how amazing you are, but it's all just like unleashing right now. And it's all unleashing because of this. It's like the magic is happening to really unleash more of your potential. It's like, I'm gonna show them. It's like, I have all of this in me, I'm gonna do it. It's like that, total inspiration coming through to do some major shifts. And I feel it being something that's going to really pay off for you. I also feel like in a past life, you were very connected to ancient Egypt. That's also really coming through. And in this lifetime, it's like you take a little bit of that magic with you, even in this lifetime. Anyway, We also have justice and harmony coming through. This situation is going to get justified. Okay, the karma of this situation is going to level out, and you are going to receive good karma back to you. The wheels will balance out, and you will see how they balance out. I don't even feel like you need to necessarily intervene in that process. I feel like nature has its way of balancing things out. Nature has its way of repaying and, yeah, again, bringing justice to different situations. So whatever it is that you're going through, justice will be had. You can trust that that's going to level itself out. Harmony. Things always want to be brought back to harmony. I feel like your life in the month of April is literally harmonizing. And I feel like you are going to be re-inspired, reignited. You're going to be feeling great in this next month. You're going through a deep transformation. And it's coming through your ability to no longer get distracted. And I just feel like you're going to be so focused, almost like overly focused a little bit on a particular outcome and on a particular goal. But I feel like that's a good thing for you in this month, because it's almost like a distraction from this, but it's like positive that you're almost going to just be overdriven, over-focused. It's not really sustainable in the long run, but I feel like Spirit is coming through saying it's very positive for this present moment that you're in. That's a very positive thing. And it's just gonna help. It's gonna be great. So yes, let's go ahead and dive into some more cards here. So my group number 3s, what else do we have for your month of April? Beauty. Okay. You might be doing a glow up for yourself this month. This might be a month where you're just like, you know what? I'm just going to do a glow up. I'm going to put so much effort into myself. I'm going to, do things to where I just feel so good. I feel like I'm embodying my highest self. I'm becoming my highest self. Like I just feel like you are putting so much love, so much care into yourself and into your dreams. You might even do something where you are called to redecorate, reorganize, and move around furniture. I'm almost seeing you like moving around furniture in your home or doing something to create more of a beautiful environment, something that you felt like you couldn't do before. Oh, I'm getting this message that you have felt restricted to be your true self. And you've almost felt restricted by other people. It's almost like you felt like you had to be someone else. You had to put up a mask. You had to let go of like what you truly wanted. And because of this disappointment, because this thing is almost just like leaving your life, you all of a sudden like feel this release and this opening, this unchaining where you're like, now I can be authentic. Now I can do what it is that I really want, and nobody can tell me no. Nobody can tell me to stop. Nobody's going to give me their opinions because they have no more opinion on my life anyway. Their opinion doesn't matter anymore. It's like you're getting to that point where it's like their opinion does not matter anymore. And you're able to step in more into your authenticity, to just be you, to have more fun, to be more creative, to fill yourself with that self-love. This is going to be one of the most positive things that's ever happened to you, my love, my group number 3. So whatever this thing is that's kind of starting us off here is going to lead to so much positivity. You're going to be so inspired. I feel like you're stepping into like, oh yeah, I'm feeling myself. Like I really feel this. And this right here, I can't even tell what this image is, but for some reason in my eye, it's looking like a phoenix wing. Maybe it's all the red that's happening, but yeah, phoenix rising from the ashes. Something's kind of like being burned down a little bit, but at the same time, you're being reborn. Death card, you're being reborn. Phoenix rising from the ashes. You're going to be like a so much better version of yourself, to the point where everyone's like, oh my God, like, wow. So let's see what else we get for you. My group 3s, let's see. I see you beautifying your life, romanticizing your life, having more fun with things where you felt like you couldn't do certain things before. Now you just feel so much more in your own vibe, in your own energy. We have divine wisdom coming through. So this is a time where you're just gonna have so many epiphanies on your life, like, oh my goodness, why was I ever holding myself in that situation in the first place? I'm never gonna go back there. I just feel so free, I feel so good. And the amount of freedom, the amount of goodness that you feel in this new direction, I see you no longer ever reverting to this or putting yourself in a situation like that again, because your energy is just changing so much and you're loving where you are. And yeah, also it's just like you're getting in alignment, communion. You are getting in alignment. You are honoring your beliefs. They might be different than somebody else's. Now you get to just honor yours. You get to alignment with yours. To a place, this card, whenever I see it, I always hear the word belong for some reason, always. You feel like you're somewhere where you belong. You almost felt out of sorts over here anyway. Okay, diving into our next deck of oracle cards. Let's see what else we get. My group 3s, your month of April. Let's see, group 3s, your month of April. So we also have show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. Where have you been hiding all this time? Like, it's almost like you felt like you would be judged for who you really are because you're different. And maybe you've let that fear of judgment really hold you back before. Full moon in Aquarius, I'll give you one little piece of wisdom about Aquarius. Aquarius does not give a F about what other people think. They are so unique. They are so different. They are like the most unique of the zodiac signs. Any other zodiac sign, they can be unique too, but Aquarius is sort of like the symbolic, like very different, very out there type of person. And I just feel like you're embodying more of that energy to just be you, unapologetically you. So let's see, what else do we get for you? Show the world the real you. This is the real you coming out. Okay, we also have, it's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. That makes so much sense. And we also, by the way, we have a full moon in Scorpio happening this month on the 25th. So how wild is that? It's time to release negativity, full moon. As that full moon happens, there's going to be a big close for you, the closing of a chapter. I feel like you're not even going to care to go backwards at all. You're not going to care to entertain that. It's like you're really releasing. You're really letting go. Ooh, and if you've had negative thoughts that have been holding you back, where it's almost felt like you've been against yourself, like anytime you wanted to move forward, it's almost like that other aspect of ourselves, that more shadow aspect is like, no, don't do it. No, you can't do that. How dare you even think about that? You're just going to be judged. People are going to think this of you. You know, whatever that inner voice has been, I also see you releasing that. Being able to just be authentic, releasing the negativity, stepping up into more of who you're meant to be without a care in the world of what anybody else thinks of that. Stepping into your beauty. Stepping into your authenticity, that moon child. You came here with your own uniqueness, with your own unique gifts, not to suppress them for other people, not so you can be a copy of somebody else. Everyone came here with their own uniqueness, their own unique soul, their own unique little energies and desires and things like that, in order to be that, in order to create this beautiful, all-encompassing world that has a mix of everything. So it's time to allow yourself to be that uniqueness. Allow that unique light, because it also inspires other people to be their unique self. You're not going to get along with everybody. Not everybody's going to like you. But no matter who you are, even if you try to be exactly like somebody else wants you to be, still not everyone's going to like you. So you might as well be authentic so that you can connect. Communion, also connect. This is about connecting like-minded people. The devotion to being yourself, to connect, to belong with like-minded people. So let's see. What else do we have? We have the antler. We have the ocean. So antlers are these temporary, they do fall off at times. break off, and then they regrow. There's something where you are letting go, you're breaking off, breaking away. Also, if we look at this antler, there's like 2 different colors going on. So I feel like it's like your potential to grow. You're gonna grow so much more. Once something breaks off, something new is reborn, always. It always grows back, but in a different way. It's a different thing. The ocean, the ebbs and flows of life, letting something go, and then you're gonna, whoops, sorry, I just dropped a crystal. I always have a piece of quartz on me when I'm doing these readings because I feel like it really amplifies my energy and more my connection. But anyway, dropped it on the floor. So the ocean, the ebbs and flows, I also feel like this is your frequency. When I'm looking at this, I'm seeing frequency. Your energy is so shifting. You're gonna be on a totally different vibe in April, a totally different vibe. Focusing on what makes me happy. Now that I'm free, now that I'm liberating myself, what makes me happy? And that vibe is gonna attract a new tribe. It's going to attract new things because you're gonna resonate with entirely new things in your life. The things that you resonate with is changing. That's huge. So many different things are going to start happening in your life. I'm very excited for you, my group 3s. Very, very excited for you. I feel like this is going to be such a pivotal moment that you're just going to be like, I'm so happy that that happened. We also have the grass. The grass is literally greener on this other side. Okay, that's something that I'm hearing. The grass is actually greener on this other side. So let's go ahead and dive into our Astro Dice. To get any last information on this reading, we're going to roll the zodiac sign dice 3 times to get the top 3 most likely zodiac signs to be in your life this month. So let's see who those people are. We have Aquarius energy. Of course we have Aquarius energy. Full moon in Aquarius. We also have Aries energy. And then we also have Scorpio energy. Scorpio and Aquarius. Those were our 2 cards that came up, so it's no wonder it's popping up in the Astro Dice too. Those are the most prominent zodiac signs that will most likely be in your life this month. Let's go ahead and roll these one last time to get any last information for your month of April. Okay, Mercury in Aquarius. Aquarius keeps coming up for you. There's a lot of Aquarius energy in your life. This is time for you to be unique. This is time for you to also look at the ocean frequency symbol that we also have. That's the Aquarius symbol, but it honestly looks so similar to the ocean frequencies that we have over here. Your vibe is totally shifting. Maybe you've been doing things to help shift your energy, to help shift your focus. Maybe you've been doing things where you're just wanting to embody more of your authenticity, more of who you are. That's really showing up. Mercury is our mentality, our mind, our communication. Being in Aquarius, you are honoring more of your authenticity. You're also changing the frequency of your mind, of your inner energy. And the 12th house is your subconscious mind. My stomach also made the craziest grumble there. But anyway, the 12th house is your subconscious mind. It also symbolizes your energy, your inner spirit. All of those things are shifting because you are getting on a completely new vibe this month. Your mind and your mentality, I see you being so much easier on yourself. And there's this positive energy that's flowing through your mind this month. Positive energy. I think you're just thinking in new ways. You haven't even been thinking in this way the past little while because I felt like you were almost being repressed by other things, or you've been repressed by like negative things or people that have been holding you back. This month is just like the month of liberation for you. The month of clearing out your mind, getting onto a new energy, a new vibe, calling in new frequencies, new energy, new people, new circumstances that are going to resonate more with you. So that is what we have over here, my beautiful group number 3s. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I also just want to mention, if you are curious, in any crystal jewelry, I hand make these gorgeous beaded bracelets with different crystals that have different energetic properties, which you can read about on the website. We make them according to your wrist size so that they fit you exactly how you want them to fit you. And they also are made with gold fill, so they do not tarnish. You can wear them in water, all that jazz. All the information will be linked down below. We also sell crystals and all sorts of other types of jewelry. All the information, again, linked down below for you in case you are interested. And thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope you have a beautiful and amazing month of April. And until next time, bye. Okay, my group number 4s, if you chose this pile, this is gonna reveal your month of April. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, my group 4s, we have the Tower as your first card showing up. Your month of April is a rebuilding month. There's maybe something that you have either like let go of, given up on, or something. There was a major moment of your life where it was almost like a destruction moment or an ending of some kind, like the ending of something. And it was significant. And it was sort of just like this thing was either no longer sustainable or was no longer meant to be in your life. So there was some sort of ending. The Tower being reversed is when the rebuilding happens. We're rebuilding ourselves, or we're rebuilding something new for this new chapter of our life. And this new thing that we're rebuilding, this new chapter, is going to be so much more stable and indestructible, more indestructible. So that is this next chapter. It's like this rebuilding. And maybe you're wanting to have more structure. Maybe you're wanting to have more stability. The Tower is this stability. There was something here where we weren't really fully stable. We felt like we were on this rocky terrain where it's like, this could shift at any moment. This could shock me at any moment. There could be something that happens that I'm not prepared for. But it's like you're really wanting to be more prepared, more resilient. Oh my gosh, that is the key word with the Tower being reversed. This feeling of resilience, like I got this, I can last through this, I can persevere through so much more, because it's like you're so much more ready, you're so much more wise, you have all this wisdom that you're now implementing to build this next chapter of your life, and you're more focused on, instead of just winging it, instead of just like blindly building my life, I'm going to put more intentionality into it, more resilience, more of that energy. That energy is coming out in April, all of those different keywords that we're going into. We also have the Queen of Wands. She loves spontaneity. She loves to be fun. She loves to be outgoing, eccentric, like exciting. She has an exciting energy. And I feel like this is your energy for this month. You are wanting to have more fun. But the only way to have more fun is when we build a foundation that we can really rely on, to the point where it's like, I can enjoy my life. I can have fun here because I'm not worrying every day that my foundation is going to blow over in a windstorm, right? So there's something here where it was unstable. There was instability over here. The month of April, it's like you're kind of having this epiphany, this realization, like, if I want to live a fun life, I need to also put the work in to build stability, to be resilient. And that's something that I feel like is going to be a major focus for you this month. We also have the Four of Cups being reversed. This is when we start shifting our life around. There's an energy when the Four of Cups is upright, we're feeling a little bit sorry for ourselves, and we're focused on all the things that went wrong. And it's kind of like this, we're stuck on the negativity. When it's reversed, however, this is one of my favorite positions for this card to be in, because this is when we start to shift our perspective and we start to see what's possible. We start to see the brighter side of a particular situation. And within seeing that brighter side, there's actually a new possibility coming in. If you look at the original tarot, like the Rider-Waite tarot depiction of this card, there's actually a hand that comes out of the sky and offers a new cup. And that's sort of like God or the universe coming through to offer a new opportunity. And when it's reversed, it's when we can see that opportunity and take it, because we're no longer focused on all the negativity right in front of us. We're instead focused on the potential possibility that we can create and the positivity of the negative situations. So this is your month where your perspective is shifting. You're going to be more focused on abundance. You're going to be more focused on the possibility. You're going to be more focused on, okay, let me move forward rather than dwelling on something that I cannot fix anyway. Let me move forward. Let me make change, and let me no longer be hard on myself. Let me no longer focus on those negative emotions, because when we focus on the negative emotions, we grow the negative emotions. When we focus on the expansive emotions that enlighten us, they bring us to higher levels of consciousness, where we're able to have expansive ideas that can awaken our potential and help us move forward. That's what those positive emotions do. And that's going to help us step into that. And that's exactly what Four of Cups being reversed is. We're raising the level of consciousness and moving forward. That's the best position for this card to be in. And I really feel like you're awakening so much more I feel like some of you who chose this pile, you are actually getting deeper into your manifestation or law of attraction studies. Like when I look at this card, I just feel like you are wanting to learn because you don't want to stay in that old position anymore. You're just wanting to up level. And part of you might be called again to learn about those different manifestation, law of attraction, the deeper laws of the universe that can help you shift that perspective, to help you create more of that positivity. The next card that we have is the King of Swords, getting in more control of your mind, how your mind works, what your mind is focused on. The King of Swords is such a positive air sign card, and he's the most positive of these sword court cards. He has stability. He knows what to focus on. He's also, when you shift your perspective to focus on the positive side of a situation. He can also indicate when we are ready to make a promise or a dedication to ourselves. This can also indicate the signing of a contract sometimes, or making a deal, saying yes to something. It can also indicate those things. But the King of Swords can also indicate more of our mental internal level, such as, again, making a promise to ourselves and feeling more mentally resilient. I gotta say, you've learned a lot, and this learning is turning into wisdom because you're no longer emotionally affected by it. It's like you're healing that emotional aspect, and because of that, you now hold wisdom. And there's a saying that says that the moment that a past event no longer affects you emotionally, it then turns into wisdom. Wisdom is when you're no longer emotionally affected by a previous event. All of a sudden it turns into wisdom. So yeah, anyway, you're extracting so much positivity from this. I'm also seeing your month of April being full of like joy, saying yes to yourself. There's positive things coming. You might also take on something new, such as saying yes to a plan, saying yes to a project, a career. You're saying yes to something in the month of April, and it's a big yes. It's a decision, but it's like you feel really ready for it. You feel really ready to say yes to this. We also have Knight of Pentacles being reversed. So the Knight of Pentacles is when we are detail oriented. We're moving slow. We're making progress. When he's reversed, it can indicate that when it comes to our different goals and desires, we're more focused on developing more of that idea, saying yes to it, diving in. And the more material side of that is on its way as we begin to take action. Through the month of April, I feel like you're developing a lot of these ideas, developing a lot of the thoughts and the vision around what you're going. And it's like you're saying yes to something, but then after we say yes to something, it requires action in order to get it. It requires action to start moving towards it. And Knight of Pentacles can also indicate that we tend to have perfectionism with different things in our life. So perhaps with your vision, maybe you're getting stuck in perfectionism, and therefore we're not acting on it because we need it to be perfect. And it's almost a form of procrastination when we're overly planning because we want it to be so perfect. But of course, perfect is an impossible standard, and therefore we get a little bit stuck when it comes to finishing something or fully taking the physical action that we need to. It's like you're doing a lot of planning action, a lot of visualizing action, a lot of yes. But then we physically need to move forward and not get stuck at the stalemate of perfectionism. So that's something that's coming through here as well. We also have beauty and new beginnings. Oh my gosh, I love that the beauty cards are showing up for the month of April. So there's a lot of this like beauty energy coming through in the month of April. Venus energy, getting in touch with self-care. Self-care, the month of April, the number 4, okay? And 44, look at that, 444. 4 is your number. You are building a new foundation. This is a new beginning for you where you feel more free. You're setting up that new foundation. Trust that it is going to manifest. Maybe part of you is also worried that like you're not going to see the result that you want. part of you might be worried about that. You will see the result. Continue building it. But you have to move forward, focus on the details, focus on taking that physical action, and it will start to create. The beauty card as well, this is self-care. This is self-nurture. You might be doing something this month as well where you're changing your hair in some way, maybe you're changing your style in some way, and possibly even the style of your home, really focused on spring cleaning, spring decorating. Ooh, you know what? We are moving into the era of spring as we move into April. And a lot of people do something called spring cleaning. So depending on which hemisphere of the earth you live in, I feel like most of my audience is in the northern hemisphere, but either way, the month of April, I feel like, you know, if you chose this pile, I feel like you're wanting to do some spring cleaning. I feel like you're wanting to focus on creating a more beautiful, more aesthetic, more serene environment. And maybe you're also focused on your self-care. If you have been wanting to create better routines when it comes to your skincare or your hair care or just taking care of yourself in general, I see you doing that in this month. And I see it paying off really well as well. So let's see, what else do we get for you? My group 4s for April. Multiple cards wanting to come out. We're gonna go with all of those. 4 cards. So the number 4 might be following you around. I'm gonna just say that right now. The number 4, we also had 4 of Cups, by the way. And hold up a second here. You are also group number 4. Number 4 has been popping up in your life, my love. Wow. Okay. I'm just flabbergasted right now at how many times the number 4 is popping up for you. But we also have Lilith, independence. My goodness, does that card speak for itself? This is a month of claiming so much more of your independence. You're wanting that freedom. You're wanting to feel more independent in your life. Maybe you're breaking down structure of needing to rely on other people. Maybe you're entering this part of your life with the Queen of Wands, King of Pentacles energy of more personal responsibility, more independence. You're being called to step up, to be more independent, which is a beautiful thing. I feel like it's something that you've been wanting. We also do have the card of secrets. You might be uncovering, gaining more clarity on different things, and King of Swords indicates more clarity. So there could be certain things that you're still uncovering, still discovering, still finding out. You also might have a secret admirer. Somebody might also unveil a secret to you this month. I'm going to tell you that. There could be a person in your life that unveils a secret to you, something that they've been wanting to say, but have not had the courage to step up to say yet. You're going to be hearing about that. Okay, we also have flow, getting back into the flow state, especially because when we've experienced endings such as the Tower card, which I feel like this probably happened within the past 3-ish months for you, whatever this Tower energy is. You've had something that kind of fell apart or ended within these past 3-ish months is again what I'm feeling. You're getting back in the flow again because this was maybe, it caused a little bit of chaos, bit of chaotic energy for a little bit. You're getting back in the flow in the month of April where things are springing back to life. Things are blooming again and you're feeling better. Your emotions are getting that creative spark back where you feel like working again. You feel like doing stuff again. You feel like just springing back to life. Again, that spring energy. You're springing back to life, spring cleaning, all types of just spring energy. So let's dive into some more cards here for you. My group 4s. Let's see, what else do we have for you? Let's see, my group 4s. What do we have? What do we have? For your month of April. Yeah, and April's the 4th month too. Get that, right? Okay, so balance, spirituality, and practicality, full moon in Pisces. So take practical action. I feel like you're very spiritually connected, but there's a message here from Spirit to take practical action. I do feel like you are going to be planning that. In April, like, what kind of action can I take? How can I fully just commit? Ooh, Knight of Pentacles being reversed. This is a time to figure out what we are committing to. Are we committing to, okay, I'm going to finish this by this time, and even if it's not perfect, it is what it is. Don't get stuck in the perfectionism. Adjustments are required. Okay, so I do feel like you're still at this time of your life where you are making adjustments. You are figuring things out, sifting through things. You're becoming more independent. There's a whole new beginning opening right now, but there's still sort of adjustments being made along the way. So don't worry about making the wrong decision right now. Don't worry about that, because like, things are going to adjust. You're going to figure them out as time goes on, right? Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse, which we have a new moon eclipse happening in April on April 8th. Remember that date, because the fact that we have the new moon eclipse card coming up for you indicates that this new moon eclipse is going to be very significant for you. So the time, like either a few days before or on April 8th or a few days after, within that little window, there is something significant going to happen. What I'm hearing for you is it's going to happen between April 5th and April 12th to 13th. There's going to be a powerful shift. Expect powerful change. Okay? There's going to be something significant happening around that time. It could be like an epiphany, an idea, an event. Somebody might say something. There could be something special, auspicious, different happening around that time for you. This could also be the time where a secret gets revealed. This could also be a time where there's new information coming in that's like, wow, it's a new beginning. It's a foundation being set, okay? So that is what we have over here. Let's dive into some more cards for you. My group 4s, you're all about foundations in the month of April. Spring cleaning, renewal, setting a new foundation, becoming more resilient, more trusting. It's something that's more reliable, something that broke apart before. It's more reliable. Star. You have a vision that, stars also indicates magic is in your life, by the way, but star is something that we are aspiring towards. It can also indicate more recognition, seeing our worth, seeing the magic. There's going to be a magical moment happening for you in the month of April, and I feel like it's going to happen around that new moon. And it's this star moment of like this epiphany, this realization, this idea, this connection, this, ooh, it's something that's like, it's a light. And didn't we have a card that said, creative spark? It's a light. It's a creative spark coming into your life. Let's see, group 4, what else do we have? Ooh, that card fell all the way down over here. It is the wind card. So the winds of change are absolutely coming in, and this is indicating the resilience, because your tower once fell when things got hard. Something that you once had in your life crumbled down when the wind became too strong. This time around, you are more resilient. That wind that comes around, you know and you trust, like, I got this. This does not bother me anymore. I don't care when the wind comes, because I know I am strong enough to get through it. There is such powerful change when it comes to that. And yeah, wow. So there's more independence. You are so much more independent in this next stage, in this next phase and chapter of your life. This is a new beginning. Oh my goodness. I love this energy for you. Okay, so diving into our Astro Dice, we're going to roll the zodiac sign dice 3 times to get the top 3 most likely zodiac signs to be in your life this month. So let's go ahead and see what those are. Okay, we have Aries energy. We have Sagittarius energy. And we have Aquarius energy. Those are the most likely zodiac signs to be in your life, influencing the different things that are happening here. And let's go ahead and roll all these together now to get any last information. Also, random side note, Queen of Wands, King of Swords. This could be a female fire sign, male air sign in your life that is also significant. You might be one of these zodiac signs, by the way, and there's all sorts of special things happening. So those people might be also significant for you. But other than that, we also have the North Node in Taurus in the 6th house. The 6th house is the house of like commitments, putting the work in. It's also our schedule, our health, our routine, our environment. The North Node in Taurus here, there's an improvement in your environment. There's an aspiration that you have when it comes to your career, your work, your service to other people, your health, your diet, your routine, and your immediate environment. There's aspirations that you're moving towards. You're wanting more stability. You're also wanting to beautify things because Taurus is also connected to Venus, which is all about love, beauty, and money. You have different aspirations here to bring in more balance, more surety, more security, and there's a vision that you're moving towards. So the month of April is also when you are going to be creating more progress towards that. But again, don't get stuck in perfectionism. That's also the 6th house's biggest mistake, is getting stuck in perfectionism. Do what feels good and honor and love who you are and your uniqueness. Even those little mistakes. Bob Ross painted it perfectly with his speech about, there are no mistakes, just happy accidents. And all of those little mistakes that you make along the way are beautiful for you, and they're happy little accidents because they turn into something beautiful as long as you can see them that way. And if you can see all of your projects, all of your vision, all of the things that you're aspiring and working towards, if you can see those little mistakes as beautiful parts of the unique story of building what it is that you're building, then you won't get stuck in the perfectionism. Okay? There are no mistakes, just happy accidents. So thank you again so much for joining me here today at my group number 4. It looks like there's a lot of new things happening for you through the month of April. So much more resilience. Like, that is your word for this month, is like that resilience, that trust, moving into that positivity, that more independence, the new beginning, the beauty, creating all of that in your life, getting more flow back, getting the creative spark. And that is your energy for the month of April. I also want to mention, if you are curious in getting any crystal bracelets, I hand make gorgeous crystal beaded bracelets that have all sorts of different energetic properties depending on the crystal, which you can read about on the website. We hand make these according to your wrist size so that they can fit you perfectly. And they're also made with gold fill so they do not tarnish. And we also have other jewelry and other crystals on the site that you can buy. I'll have all of that linked down below in case you are curious or interested. And thank you so much for joining me here today. And until next time. Bye. Oh, okay, my last pile, my group number 5s. Thank you so much for joining me here. Let's go ahead and dive into your month of April and what you can expect. Group 5s, the first card that we have for you is the King of Wands. This is an inspiring month for you. There could be a lot of action happening, a lot of things to do. The wand energy indicates this spontaneity, this fire, this inspiration, but it can also indicate a lot of events happening. So maybe there's a lot of different plans that you have, maybe there's a lot of things that you are doing, but at the same time, the King of Wands, he's having fun. He's excited about what's happening. So there could be a lot of just exciting things that you are working towards, working on, or planning or doing this month. King of Wands also indicates recognition, like we're feeling excited about something. There's progress happening. It's also like, it's when we get excited because we have a vision and that vision is growing. We're making progress towards it. And that's what King of Wands is. He's feeling kind of on top of his game as well, because the king, if you think about the king, he's like sitting on his throne and he's looking at what he has and what he's creating and what he's building. And he's very satisfied with it. He's like, ooh, I'm excited about that. And there's just this positive type of energy. And it's a strong energy too. It's a very reliable energy. We're very trusting in what's happening. Then we also have, ooh, look at that. We have a lot of fire energy for you. We also have the sun coming up. The sun is this positive, bright, vibrant, radiant type of energy. There could be something this month that lights you up, that you're like, ooh, I'm excited. I am lit up. Things are beaming out. You have positivity to share. There could also be positive news. This can indicate positive news coming in. If you know any fire sign people, especially fire sign men, King of Wands can indicate those fire sign men bringing in positive news as well. However, this can also indicate your energy and how your energy is expressing itself during this month. The sun is very spotlight too. There could be something special going on in your life where it's spotlighting you. It's spotlighting yourself and your energy. We also have the moon. Okay, we have the sun and the moon. We have the two luminaries, two major arcana cards showing up. The moon is stepping into the unknown, taking a chance on something. It's also when we're very connected to our psychic senses. We're connected to our intuition. You might have dreams that are very significant. You might be getting into dream work. You might be inspired to write down your dreams. You might be inspired to look at dream interpretation. Maybe you're doing that. Maybe you've been into that lately. The moon card can indicate all of those different things. And also with the moon card, there's a wild side of you that wants to come out. The moon card, we have the dog, and we also have the wolf. The dog is this loyal, more, what's the word? Dormant, or what's the word when you're domestic? They're domesticated. So you have a domesticated side of you, but you also have this wild side of you that's kind of like wanting to come out a little bit more. And you have this wild side that's like, let's go do it. Let's go do the thing. Let's go step into this. And maybe you have that more domesticated side of you that's just like, we need to do it right. We need to do it proper. You know, we're also comfortable right here. You have these two different sides of you that are coming out this month. The wild side I see is really calling you this month. The wild side that says, let's do it. Let's jump in. Let's do all the things. Let's have fun. Like there's this fun energy, all this fire energy that we have for you. It's fun. It's exciting. It's like, let's dance. Let's play. Let's step into the unknown. Let's do things a little bit differently than we've done them before. We also have 10 of Cups being reversed here. Okay, so the 10 of Cups is one of the most positive cards in the deck. When it's reversed, it's still positive, but it can indicate that there's either a delay in this exciting thing that's happening, or it can indicate that there is something where we need to step outside of our comfort zone in order to get the reward that we are wanting. It's also a time to make sure that you are celebrating the special moments. The special moments. Maybe there's anticipation for a special moment. This is also, again, a reminder to celebrate those special times. Maybe you're taking a lot of personal time for yourself. Maybe this is a very personal month of tapping into your personal energies. But there does seem to be something that's also like, hey, let's celebrate this. Let's make it special. Let's make it beautiful. Let's remember to do that. We do also have the 8 of Cups being reversed as well. A lot of cup cards. Okay. Cups are our emotional side. The 8 of Cups being reversed is when we are on a journey to find all of the missing pieces. Ooh. This month, you are putting things together in order to get to your 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is a celebration. It is a finale. It is a time. It's like a union where we just feel so fulfilled. But with the 8 of Cups being reversed, this is giving some more information with this. You're putting all of the finishing touches on something to make it fulfilling, to make it perfect, to make it beautiful. There's one piece of advice to not get stuck in perfectionism with this, because there's also this energy of like, let's enjoy the present moment. Let's enjoy what it is. Let's enjoy what it is. Don't get stuck in perfectionism. That is one thing. Have fun, dance. There's a lot of this fun energy going on. So it could be flip-flopping between the fear that it's not going to be perfect. It could be flip-flopping between this like essence of like, there could have been more. I could have done more. I could have put in more effort. I could have done this. I could have done that. There's all of, like, we could flip-flop between both. Enjoy what it is. That is the message that keeps coming up. Enjoy what it is. Yes, put in the effort that you want to. Do all those things if it feels good and if you want to do them. But also don't get too stuck into like, oh, it's not good enough. Right? So there's that energy coming through. So we also have the peace card, making peace with what is and having fun with it. Oh my goodness, I feel like your life is inviting in so much more peace. Also, I got such a freaking message for this card. 10 of Cups being reversed is also a card that indicates there's always a rainbow on this card, and rainbows appear after it rains, right? And they're dancing because they're like, oh, because also we pray for rain, right? A lot of the times because it helps things grow. It helps things become abundant and lush and beautiful. If you go to a dry desert, there's like nothing growing. So we often pray for rain to bring in the flow, to nurture and water the gardens, to water our seeds so that they can grow and blossom. When this card is reversed, I just got the message that it's also fun to dance in the rain. You can dance in the rain. You can have fun in the rain. You can have fun with what it is. And the rain can also be a joyful time. That's a message that I'm getting for you right now. So the time while you're waiting for your perfect desire, the time while you're waiting for the growth and the results and the celebration and the finale, the time in between that you're waiting for that, allow the sun. There's going to be a mix of different waves that you're going through. I'm getting that, it's going to be really important for you to get outside. I feel like your body has been craving sunlight. That's one thing. Your body has been craving sunlight. So allow yourself to get more vitamin D. Your body is going to feel energized when you do that. But also, there's a message here of like the weather is different at different times for different reasons. Enjoy what it is, no matter what it is. Not every day is going to be sunshine, but there's this message again of, the whole message is don't get lost in perfectionism, okay? That's the message. This is such a fun month for you. I want to make that clear. This is such a fun month for you, but don't get lost in perfectionism because then we steal the joy, we steal the fun away. That's the message. Okay, we also have peace. Enjoying what it is. Oh my gosh, getting connected, letting that wild fun side out that says, oh my gosh, how can we make fun with this moment right here, right now? How can we enjoy every single little bit of it? Fertility. This is feeling like the fruits of your labor. This is also where we're able to grow something with ease. Fertility can also indicate, for those of you who are wanting to get pregnant, this is a very good sign. The sun plus fertility. If any of you are thinking about pregnancy or thinking about having babies in the future, or maybe you're pregnant right now, this is such a beautiful sign for that. Just want to point that out. If that's not in the cards for you. Fertility can also indicate that when it comes to our joy, our abundance, our sensuality, our pleasures in life, the ability to make that happen is just all in your fingertips. Let all take root, seed, and sprout. Let new life be all about. There's all new things sprouting. The sprouting of new ideas, the sprouting of new potential. Things being able to blossom in such a beautiful way. We also have sensuality, getting in touch with your passion. Oh, I see you getting so in touch with that. I see you doing self-care. When I look at this card, I'm seeing like really nice self-care, putting love into yourself. Creating a more fertile environment when it comes to your career and your job, and being able to focus on what's going to bring me the most fruits for my labor. How can I utilize my time in a way that's going to make things more fruitful for me? That's another aspect that I'm getting here. Okay, so diving into our next few cards. Let's see. My group fives, what else do we have? Humor. Was I not saying that this was going to be a very fun month for you? There's laughter. There's joy. The word exuberance is coming to my mind. But yeah, we also have radical acceptance, new beginnings, and illusion. Ooh, I see you moving through problems or delays so fast, so easily. Like it's just this ability to be like, okay, I accept it for what it is. Let's go have fun. Let's make the most of it. I just see that energy coming out for you this month. It's just like you're passing through things with ease, with humor, with laughter, which is like the best medicine, as we've all heard. Then also new beginnings and illusion. I feel like you're really able to keep centered this month. And I do feel like there's this potential for this new energy, especially with you being so excited to say yes, to dive into new things, to try new things. Ooh, I'm hearing the word trying new things here. Trying new things that maybe are just like, oh, I would have never guessed that I would try that before. I never guessed that I would say yes to that before. But you're gonna kind of define so much more of yourself this month because you're saying yes to new things. You're trying out new things. And you're breaking the illusion of what you once thought you were or what you once thought you had to be. I think you're breaking out of old illusions, old things that you thought you had to do or uphold. I just feel like you're totally unlocking so many new sides of yourself with this new beginning energy. So let's see what else we get for you, my group 5s. For your month of April, let's see. We also have full moon in Aries happening. A fiery climax approaches. Fiery climax approaches. A fiery climax. There has been so much fire energy for you in this reading. Oh my goodness. You're very close to achieving your goal. And a fiery climax, wow, okay. If we didn't have a clear message coming out through here, then I don't know. But this is very clear. A fiery climax approaches. You're reaching the finish line of something, attaining something, the fulfillment of a goal. You're very close to achieving that. I feel like the month of April is the preparation for something that's going to appear or happen in May or June or July, but you're very close to achieving your goal. You're very close to achieving this. A fiery climax approaches. You're so close, very close to achieving a goal. Let's see, what else do we have? I feel like this is also a very active month for you. There's a lot going on. I don't know if I said that already in the beginning, but I'm getting this very active energy where it's like you're getting up and moving. There's things to do pretty much every day. It's like, oh, I got to do this, but it's not an energy where it's like, oh, I have to do that. It's this energy of like, ooh, I have this going on today and I have this going on today and then this is happening. Like it's more of an exciting energy. And this one says a time to give rather than take. This is going to be full of very positive emotions for you. The new moon in Virgo is when we feel like acting out of kindness. Like maybe you're going to be inspired to do something nice for somebody or surprise somebody. This is your time. You just feel generous. You're going to feel generous this next month. And I feel like you might feel really called to surprise somebody that you love, to create something like a beautiful, memorable moment. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay. Let's see what else we get. My group 5s, what else do we have? Okay. We have the scales, the shell, the butterfly, and then we also have the sand. Ooh. This card, I was shuffling this deck earlier and this card kept flying out for me multiple times. So I'm excited that it came up in a reading. Anyway, the shell, the butterfly, the scales, and the sand. Lots of beachy energy happening. I'll just say that right away. Lots of beachy energy. If you are a beach person, for some reason I'm seeing that you're going to the beach. Or there's going to be some sort of like ocean energy, going to visit the ocean, relaxation, being in the sun energy. Maybe you're planning a vacation for some of you. You might be planning a vacation, doing something along the lines of this, or even taking a vacation, traveling in the month of April somewhere sandy, somewhere that has like this beachy energy, and I feel like it's going to be very positive for you. The butterfly is a card that indicates transformation, things taking flight, things ascending. It's also when things are very like, there's a delicate nature. Not delicate in the way that you could like ruin it easily, but delicate in the way of like we feel ease. We feel that. It's like this pristine, youthful, light. It's a light energy. We don't feel like a lot is weighing on us. It's light, it's fun, there's movement. The shell can also indicate that we feel protected, but we also feel safe to also come out of our shell and begin to expand more. Protection also with the scales, there's 2 protection cards here. We feel protected, we feel safe, we feel like things are going to work out. And if you do have any anxieties or worries about anything right now, these are 2 cards that indicate things are going to be okay. You are protected. The sand is when we're gaining clarity on something as well. There's so many different grains of sand, but you can also heat them up, and that's how you create glass. When you heat it up to such a hot temperature, so things can become clear. Things that are kind of grainy or fuzzy can become clear. I'm also hearing exfoliation with the sand. When I'm looking at the sand card, I'm hearing, exfoliation. So shedding off old skin, getting rid of it, even stuck energies, being able to exfoliate, get rid of them. This could also mean literal exfoliation, like maybe you're gonna get inspired to go get a facial or to do some sort of like self-care spa night to take care of your skin and things like that, but can also be taken metaphorically, like we are sanding off the rough edges. We're smoothing things out. When we think about sand, it's smoothing things out in our life. So that could be another aspect of this as well. So let's go ahead and dive into our Astro Dice. We're going to take the zodiac sign dice. We're going to roll it 3 times to get the top 3 most likely zodiac signs that are going to be in your life through the month of April. So let's see what we get for you. We have Taurus energy coming up. We have Leo energy, or sorry, that's Capricorn. My eyes. My eyes deceive me. So it's Capricorn, and then we also have Aries energy. Those are the top 3 most likely zodiac signs to be in your life through the month of April. Let's go ahead and see what else we get for you. I'm also hearing that fire signs will be prominent since we had so much fire in this reading. But we also have the moon in Scorpio in the 12th house. The moon is our emotions being in the 12th house. This is our spirituality, our subconscious mind, our deep inner kind of secrets and feelings. And I feel like there is emotions coming up in April that you've never felt before. Deep emotions that you're like, whoa, I'm feeling deep things. These are positive things though. I feel like they're very deep, very positive. And I do feel like things will be expressed this month. You are expressing deeper feelings. You might also get somebody expressing deeper feelings to you this month. But there's deeper feelings happening that you're like, oh, I haven't really felt that before. That's going beyond. It's deepening my wisdom. It's deepening my consciousness, even just feeling that emotion. So that's kind of like the vibe that I'm getting from our Astro Dice here. And I'm also, let's see, the moon also being in the 12th house. You're illuminating more aspects of yourself. Getting to know more of yourself. I feel like, emotions. Emotions are going to be prominent even in the sense of your dream. Oh my gosh. Can't believe I didn't see that before. Your dreams also. Just like we were talking about with the moon card coming up, your dreams are going to be prominent. Your dreams have messages within them. Again, maybe you're doing dream work, maybe you're doing other things, writing down your dreams, maybe you're going to be called to do that. Maybe you're going to be called to look up the symbolism of your dreams, and I would highly recommend doing so because the different things coming up within the Astro Dice, the different aspects here are indicating that your dreams are going to be significant. There's going to be messages within your dreams where you can get to know so much more about what's going on subconsciously for you, things to expect in your future. But again, remember that dreams speak metaphorically. They help us heal, they help us discover, they help us realize all different types of things. So yeah, I feel like that's going to be prominent for you to look at. I do feel like somebody's going to be expressing deeper emotions to you and vice versa. So that is what we have, my beautiful group number 5s, all about your month of April. I also want to mention, if any of you are curious in crystals or crystal jewelry, I have a crystal and jewelry shop where we hand make beaded bracelets according to your wrist size. They're made with different types of crystals that have different energetic properties, which you can read about on the website, and all their different unique qualities. And again, they're made to your wrist size, and they're also made with gold fill, meaning that you can wear them in water and they will not tarnish, and they are beautiful, and they will stay beautiful forever. And again, all the links will be down below if you are interested in that. We also have other crystal jewelry as well as different crystals that you can purchase as well. So if you are interested, all the info will be linked down below. Thank you so much for joining me here today, and until next time, bye.